We all know this guitar, right? It's a Fender American Standard Stratocaster. So it did come as a bit of a surprise when a little while ago Fender announced that this iconic model was to be discontinued. But fear not, there's no need to panic, as it's been replaced by this, the brand new Fender American Professional Strat. I'm Sam from PMTV, and I think it's about time we took a quick look to see what the difference is. The legendary American-made Fender Stratocaster has been around for over 60 years, and it's arguably one of the most recognisable guitars on the planet. Over the years, there's been various different versions of the standard Stratocaster, and its latest incarnation, the American Professional, replaces the old 2012 spec model that's been available for the past 5 years or so. The USA-made standard has always been based on the classic Strat design, and Fender know better than to try and reinvent the wheel by adding too many modern features. Yeah, we're looking at you, Gibson 2015 Les Paul Standard. But, by any chance, if you are looking for a Strat with loads of modern features such as lock-in tuners, noiseless pickups and various switching combinations, make sure to check out the Fender Elite Series Stratocaster, in stock now at your local PMT. But back to the new American Professional model, it's less of a reinvention and more of an evolution of this classic guitar. So let's take a closer look to see what's changed. Not much has changed in terms of construction. The American Pro still features a solid alder body, or an ash body if you go for one of the Sienna Sunburst finishes. It's got a bolt-on maple neck and is available in either a rosewood or maple fingerboard. Also unchanged is the excellent quality cast sealed Fender tuners, a 4-bolt neck plate with micro adjustment, and as introduced on the 2012 spec model, a satin urethane finish on the neck, which ensures that these guitars still feel really smooth to play. One of the bigger changes that's been made for the American Professional Strat is to the neck profile. The old 2012 spec models, they featured a modern C-shaped profile with medium jumbo frets, whereas these new guitars have got a slightly fatter, deep C profile with narrow tall frets, resulting in these new necks feeling a little bit chunkier to play. Of course, it is a personal preference, but I know that I've got the tendency to be a little bit heavy-handed when playing. And on the older, thinner American Standard necks, I did sometimes find it a little bit too easy to bend chords and notes out of tune, especially when they were strung up with the standard 9-42 gauge straight out of the factory. So I've had a bit of time to spend with these guitars, finding the necks much more comfortable to play, and with the higher frets, that should mean that intonation when bending should be a bit more accurate. The nut on the American Pro has also been upgraded. It now features a real bone nut as opposed to synthetic bone that was found on the previous model. This increases resonance and offers a slightly brighter tone. So this combination of a little bit more wood in the neck and a real bone nut makes the guitar feel a lot more lively to play, and it's definitely louder and much more resonant when played acoustically. Another big change that's been made to the American Professional Strat is to the pickups. They now feature newly designed V-Mod single coils, the brainchild of Fender's master pickup designer Tim Shaw. Each pickup has been voiced specifically for its position, and a mixture of Alnico magnet types produces a powerful, high output tone which still retains that classic Fender vintage warmth. Take a listen. And if you're after a Strat with a bit more grunt, the American Professional is also available in an HH model, featuring 2 high-power Shawbucker humbuckers. Or, if you want the best of both worlds, there's this HSS model, which is loaded with 2 V-Mod single coils and a Shawbucker at the bridge. The tonal circuit on these new guitars has also had an upgrade. They've still got a standard 5-way pickup selector switch, volume and 2 tone controls, but they now feature Fender's treble bleed circuitry. On older models, as you rolled the volume off, you tended to lose a lot of your high end. But with the treble bleed circuit in there, it doesn't matter how far you turn down the volume, you're always going to retain that clarity and treble. Take a listen to see what I mean. The bridge on these new Strats has also had a slight redesign. There's still the classic 2-point synchronised tremolo with bent steel saddles, but they now feature a pop-in trem arm. On older models, which had a screw-in tremolo arm, they used to come supplied with a little sticker over the tremolo arm hole. This was because there was a tiny little spring in there, which I guarantee the minute you got home, took that sticker off, that spring would fall out, disappear, never to be seen again. So, with the new push-in design, it makes the tremolo arm much easier to put in and take out again, and it means that you don't have any need for that pesky little spring anymore. And finally, there's one more pretty big upgrade that's been made to the American Professional series, but it's not actually to the guitar, it's to the case. They now come supplied with exactly the same case that you get with the American Elite series guitars. A really tough moulded plastic case with heavy duty lockable catches and a plush fitted interior.